All right, there we go. Got it. It's only got it one time for me. All right. Peaceful greetings, Islam. How is everyone doing today on this lovely moon day? How are you? And yes, I already know you're saying, oh my goodness, they already usually start way earlier. Well, you know what? We just riding the flow. We created the wave, and now we just riding the flow. You know, we were just getting some production done, man, you know, and just enjoying the vibes, man. Like, we get started when we want. You know, so, you know, peaceful greetings to you all. And I am Brother Shining L. All is well. You know, shout out to my bros for also calling me Braveheart L. What? All right, we are getting started off here with Intuition Monday. Let's see. Okay, it is 15:33 Central Time. So, you know, 3:33 post meridian. So I'm here with my awesome, magnificent bro.
All righty, y'all. Peace and greetings. Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here at Morocco at Northwest the Maxim. How are you? All righty, take my seat here. Get ready for this awesome Intuition Monday. Yeah, man, we did a lot of like, it's just a lot of you know, memeing and posting, TikToking and Instagramming, guys, because I was speaking to my beloved mother, Mistress Consort. May I just very briefly, Brother Sean? Very brief. Okay, thank you. So speaking with my beloved mother, Mistress Consort, and I was like, you know what? You know how people say, you know, the internet's not real, it's not that serious. Well, tell it to fucking Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, you know, oh, it's not real. It's why? Because you're not getting an exorbitant amount of resources from utilizing it, like you would when you go punch a clock somewhere for somebody else trying to make them rich. You're doing the same thing for whoever is so-called running or associated with Meta or whatever. It's like, how do they get finances off of us utilizing these things or whatever? Hey, advertisements, right? That's how it is in television and radio also. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. However, if you're not a Federal Reserve agent, you know, all people that all sentient beings here that are not federal agents, raise your hand. So you know, I get like, well, what do you mean? What do you do to do whatever? But you see, guys, when you're under occupation, you just recognize that Federal Reserve notes you're utilizing with your rights reserved, actually, because you're not a federal agent working on federal land within the federal trade zone, right? You have no contract and or oath of office stating such, but solidifying such. So therefore, you know, we just do what we do until we actually, you know, let the people know that since, you know, supposedly or seemingly keeping the gate pertaining to things or whatever, you know, they're fully aware that, hey, we're not slaves bound to federal agency, so to speak. However, for those of us that do utilize it in lieu of lawful money, is noted where we have all rights reserved in doing so. And with that, I'm going to yield to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased. I think I'm gonna give you host, bro, and then I'm gonna see if I can do some pre-production on the fly, so to speak, or while we're doing, you know, it's not even pre or post, it's just production on the fly, actually. So let me sit here and give you the host, bro. And I yield to you, beloved Sean.
I was trying to send it out to a few spots while I could on the fly, but
oh yeah, go right ahead. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit this little intro, and I'll be starting this off. We know it's houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9. Brother Hassan's got 4 through 6, and 10 through 12.
I'd say Lente.
All right, so let me hit share screen. Okay.
Houses 1. All right. Oh, we're not hearing it. I'm not hearing the Kobe.
I'm
not hearing the Kobe.
Right, no here, Kobe.
I'm not hearing the Kobe. You want to see if I can play the Kobe?
Let me see.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go. Emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. Stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about this situation. Yeah, I am fearful about this situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course, you know?
Yeah, nothing more than imagination running its course. All right, so now I'm gonna hit the next screen share. So let's get that. All right, and we will get it started. All right, so we are starting off with the sun at 0 degrees Virgos. We are in the Sagittarius zone. All right, guys, this will be occurring August 23rd, 2022 on a Tuesday. All right, 0500 hours, 16 minutes, 11 seconds. And we are at Mizrata, Libya. And all right, guys, so we are having the sun ingress Virgo. All right, in the first house for you guys, okay? All right, so with the sun ingress Virgo here, this is the first house of self. So this is like the conscious energy. You now will be feeling a need to get yourself together. All right, and just organizing as we are halfway through the wheel pertaining to the zodiac here. As we hit Virgo, 6 signs, so 30 degrees makes it 180. So we're halfway here, guys. So we can look at what we have done at the start of the spring equinox. So what do we do when the springtime started? What we're doing at the Astro New Year. Now we can reflect and look at this and see what we have done up until this point. And now we can start to organize ourselves and really just be open to receive here, because when you look, we have the sun, just 8 minutes away from an exact conjunction with the fixed star Regulus. All right, and for those that don't know, the fixed star Regulus is the royal star, and it's in the constellation pertaining to Leo here. All right, so the sun conjunct Regulus, that is, material success, promise of glory, fame, and fortune, power, authority, honors, and riches, but also, violence, trouble, and ultimate disgrace and ruin. Sickness, fevers, and benefits seldom last. All right, guys, so this is an opportunity for us just to really, as I said before, and I think one of the previous lives is get our shine on, but we're organizing and we're getting into the gut of things here with the sun ingress Virgo for these next 30 days. And also when we look at the ascendant, which is at 13 degrees Leo, and that is the degree of business. And we have Venus conjunct the ascendant when soul ingresses into Virgo. So guys, it's really about relating from the heart here. For those who have just been organizing in solitude, the tarot card hermit mode, you guys will really be really able to bring out and shine on what you have been creating. And also it'll be some healing, like there could be some apologies coming, maybe from someone who's been sending negative energy that you might not even know will be coming forward apologizing, or just having friends and family members come and apologize. But hey, that's not all, guys. Look, so not only do we have the sun conjunct a royalty fixed star, we have Luna conjunct Sirius. So this is like, hey, this is like, this is 11 says 2 times. This is like a double. No, I don't say double trouble. This is a double dose of luck. So we have sun conjunct Regulus, Luna conjunct Sirius. So we are really able to, for those who have been putting in the work, like I would say 7 Hill Star for the work that we have put in and staying sincere and, just true to it, regardless of who supports us or not, who doesn't want it to be us, or just anything that's opposite of us being peace and love. And just for all those others out there, you know, who are just being sincere and honest in what you do and how you create, there's, you know, there's like recognition coming here. There's a sense of just expansion and really just lights being shined in the home. You know, it's like becoming a household name. That's what I can say with this energy here. And with it, you know, being in Sagittarius zone, if we were just to look at, hey, where's Jupiter? You know, oh, hey, look, Jupiter's right here in the 9th house. You know, definitely
Feeling comfortable,
excited, you know, at 7 degrees Aries. And if I remember, that is, hey, let me pull that up.
interesting.
So I got that ready to go to 7 degrees, degree of life and death. You know, but we ain't talking Biggie Smalls here.
That's where it is. It's at 7. It's funny because once Jupiter hits the second decan in Aries, it's kind of home there because it rules the second decan in certain branches or systems pertaining to astrology. And I know, bro, doing excellent. Islam.
So there's just an expansion coming here, and you know, there's really a lot of recognition, and with Jupiter, you know, being there in the 9th where he's home, so it's going to be some foreign higher knowledge coming to it, but it's really solidifying the home. But if you've been kind of preparing and really just taking notes of different things, you will really be able to organize that now and means to move forward. And hey, you know, that sun, you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Hey, Mercury is still exalted in Virgo right here in the 2nd house. So it's really just getting everything together. But now I'm saying that, you know, like say like glory or just like success or just recognition, like all these different things are coming so that now you can really 26 degrees Virgo with Mercury. It's you know, it's business really just expanding, business expanding, love expanding. Like the heart chakra is opening up, so you're definitely, and with Luna and Cancer at home as well, it's really just expanding and open up the heart. And if you've been like cold, as they would say, like cold-hearted, you're gonna start to feel things. You're gonna be watching movies that you've watched before, but now you feel the emotions, you feel it, you're opening up to others around you. It's like there's a transition here from the lower self into the higher. So it's operating on love, like that lower hate and, you know, envy and jealous. We know that it's still gonna be because there's always opposites, but you know, with the luminaries conjunct 2 major fixed stars, yeah, it's like, you know, if you've been rejecting a life raft, hey, you're gonna just be stuck out in the ocean. You know, just be open to new things. And I will yield for the Sun Ingress Virgo in the Sagittarius zone at Misrata, Libya. So let me get to my next one. All right, Scorpio. Hit that there. All right, so this is for the Scorpio zone. We at Manchester, United Kingdom. This is occurring August 23rd, 2022 for you guys on the Tuesday. And this will be at 0400 hours, 16 minutes, 11 seconds. All right, so we still have Leo on the rise doing his thing. So if we was to look over here real quick. Hey, is anything for 10 degrees Leo? It's kind of in the middle there. All right, so we'll just come back to it. We have the sun now in the 2nd house of, you know, self-worth and finances. So with this occurring, all right, for Manchester, United Kingdom and the surrounding areas for the Scorpio zone, there's going to be a sense of feeling to really take a real look at yourself and just your materials. You know, this is really organizing as Earth. You know, Virgo's Earth sign, so it's a very healing sign. And it's really just being able to gather your resources and everything that you have and appreciate it. And with the sun conjunct Regulus, there definitely could be a boost, just in your personal income, or a boost in, now that you have, organized and done the things necessary, you're able to start implementing, just your dreams of how you envision yourself into your daily routine. You're really able to, like I said, see increase in finances. So, getting a promotion at the job, or, even just being gifted something, like an inheritance being gifted to you. And it might be from a partner, or just from a business partner, that could be, have been watching you, or just someone you run across to that's, come across your content, or just someone that, talking to one of their friends, just mentioning you, and now they're coming to offer you something to help you out. This is like coming out of the blue. And why I'm saying that is because I'm just looking at the 8th house cusp rule. Hey, that's Aquarius. We see Saturn there in the 7th, which they say, hoary Saturn, in the 7th is like, ooh, whatever. But, I think it's still in the astrological degree. So it's really just something within that's going to be showing up for you. And if we was to look at Uranus as the co-ruler, it's there in the 10th house. So definitely something coming, either from a partnership, or from just someone in your career that, what you work with is coming with something to assist you, to really make you feel like royalty that you already know you are, especially if you've been operating out of the heart, doing the necessary healing work to really get into, your heart emotions, the waters of your mind. Because look, we've got, Luna conjunct Sirius there in the 12th house. So this is just some healing and ending. So, really worried about things that might not have been going your way. It's like what's about to come is like way better than what you could have expected, and will be worth the wait, instead of like wanting instant gratification. And we still have Venus right there in a conjunction, close conjunction with the ascendant. So it's really just getting a change to yourself, maybe even getting the parents, getting your hair done a certain way, or, just doing something to alter your body so that you can really continue to take the necessary steps. Because think about the, the intro video with Kobe, Sun in Virgo in the 2nd house. It's all about taking the necessary steps day by day, looking at the details day by day, and just continue to put in work to see the bigger picture. Because if you look at, the 180 for Virgo, that's Pisces. Pisces in the 9th. So we'll look for Jupiter. Jupiter is still right there in the 9th. So it's really just taking the details of your heart, operating out of your heart space. How do you operate? What brings you joy? When you think about Leo, when you think about the heart, the sun ruling this, but now it's all about your health. So what is it about your health that you could fix with what resources that you have now that you can implement till things come into more of a bigger picture for you to really operate on that level of how you see things? What are the little details that you can do with what you have now? And with that Luna in the 12th, I'm like some dreams there. So really some dreams are going to be coming, or some visions that's going to be made clear. And if it's not through dreams or visions, it could be through, like meditation, or even just being out in nature. However, you find a way to connect to your source, you're going to see that coming up, first day of the sun ingress in Virgo, everyone's going to, be receiving something, or a light's going to be shined upon, what's not royal. Because, if we're talking about royal star, we've got to look at, the higher, the lower and highers of it. So guys, you're really able to start to communicate, or at least from your mental, you're really able to start communicating, having talks with your siblings, and it's going to be expressed that you become accountable and really look for the leader in you. And what is it about, leadership, or the qualities of leadership that might, put fear into you, or might not make you want to step up and really, just be a leader for yourself, and then you can lead others. Or just being headstrong and not, overthinking too much. And how you not overthink too much, you be peace and love, so that you can always balance that out. And I would yield for Manchester, United Kingdom. All right, with the sun ingressing in y'all's second house. Scorpio, so now we about to pull up to the Libra zone. The Libra zone.
The Libra zone.
We in the Libra zone. All righty, y'all. So we are pulling up to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. All right, this is still occurring August 23rd, 2022 on the Tuesday. And this will be occurring at 12:16:11 anti-meridian for you guys, all right? So we have the sun now in your third house. In this spot now in the third house. So this is some communication here. This is some organized, communicative, and just writing. So like I said earlier, with the sun, being halfway through, there could be some any projects, creative projects when it comes to writing, books, poetry. You definitely could be really putting all those together, ready to release those, or just making any necessary adjustments. Or, with the sun, conjunct Regulus, you really be looking to start something new and grand that's going to be for the long term. All right. And we have Gemini on the rise. So we're looking for Mercury. Where's Mercury at? Mercury is in the fourth. All right. So this is just going to be some communication at the home. Let's see what 26 degrees Virgo is. Combative, Mars Neptune conjunction. Not really too much. All right, guys. So this is going to be poured out. So from any talks that you're having with your siblings, or taking a trip. So you've been organizing your finances. You've been really just doing the work, and probably I would say word to Brother Corey in private here, really just doing the necessary work in private and just continue to build and heal yourself. Now you're thinking about just taking a short trip to get out of hermit mode, planning something with either yourself, someone could be just getting used to doing things to themselves, or they could be taking a lovely consort out somewhere, just taking a nice little short journey to somewhere they've been seeing or eyeing, and really just a strengthened communication in the home is how it's going to be poured out. And we got Sirius there and the second house, so there's just some nurturing coming here. This is like some divine feminine energy really coming in just to boost that feminine side of you, to balance it out with the masculine. Because we got the two luminaries conjunct two major fixed stars. So, and Luna's at the degree of business. So this is just getting a starting out with a business idea, or things really just being expanded upon from what's already been done. And this is all just being communicated, through your home and just how you communicate. So whether been taking classes or courses, or really just studying some of your favorite, I don't want to say like celebrities, but like favorites, authors, and really just learning from others on how they did things, so that now you can see what they did and just take it, whatever you can from that, and apply it to yourself, so that you can so really just be organized and continue to keep moving forward. And now this blessings of royalty and fame is really just coming in, to really show you that once you put the inner work in, everything on your outside will reflect that. It just takes time. Some it comes quicker, others it takes time, but when takes time, hey, things always come better than you expect, especially when it's from a sense of instant gratification. And guys, just be able to recognize, your lower self shadows when it comes to just being the leader within you, the leader of yourself, and just staying balanced. That's how you take this Sun in Virgo, staying balanced. And this is for collectively. And I will yield for Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the Libra zone. And I now will yield and pass it to my awesome, magnificent brother Hassan.
Doing all of this production while you're doing it, I didn't get to bite my mango. Where's my mango while we're doing this? We're going to do it. All right. Virgo zone, all right. And this is grand. This is Grand Turk there. Looky. What you chose for me. In the Virgo zone with a solar ingress, a Virgoan solar ingress, actually. And the sun is actually ruling the fourth house. It's very interesting to see that because the fourth house would naturally be 12th to the sun's house that it naturally rules for, right? Which is the fifth house. So interestingly here, it's just like there's this isolation between, the king, his throne, and his love. And how, the values that are actually, it's like what's behind the king is what's valuable, and what's in front of the king is the responsibility of the seat that is actually important. And this just right now, make the trust of thy people far more higher than, the appointment, so to speak, pertaining to your station. And I'm paraphrasing roughly, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 29, correct? That's what I'm paraphrasing roughly. Give me 1 second. Let these love. He's just kind of doing his thing here. All right. All right. Go. There you go, baby. All right, let him out. And you guys hear all the licking his paws that he's doing. So with that being said, guys, we are allowing ourselves to really just take a look, even when it comes to just the fact that this is a Virgo zone. Let's consider Mercury for just the zone in general. Mercury's there, dominant, just being the evening star that it is. Alrighty, rising after the sun, setting actually after the sun also. So Mercury is still dominant here, ruling over the fifth house. You guys are gonna find yourselves doing a lot of play. Like I think people are gonna be doing a lot of recreational games. If there's a family reunion that's happening for someone, I think this is going to be one of those family reunions where people are going to really take the competition seriously. I mean, be safe in your play and things like that, and really, value what it is that when it comes to the family and the relationships and things of that nature, your kindred, your kith and kin, all right? Because Venus there in the fourth along with, it's interesting too, because technically I think Venus is still under the beams of the sun, even though she's morning star right now, and chasing the sun actually. So the values, the possessions, right? Money doesn't make the man. There's free national principles and standards that make the man. So instead of chasing the bag is chasing you. However, only those that have a regal heart and are really considering the importance of like people's trust far more higher than the importance of thy station. So what happens is when it comes to actually refereeing said games or things of that nature, ones will find that the organizers for the games at family reunions, so to speak, right? And I know we're speaking on Grand Turk as far as this particular Virgo zone. And if I'm not really, Virgo zone is actually here. Am I off, Brother Sean? Virgo zone is basically here. We're within the Virgo zone, actually.
Indeed.
All right. So with that being said, guys, the family reunions is taking place here, and you're gonna have some games going on. I got a feeling that the mothers are going to really do what they have to do to like win the games. However, the logic and the intelligence of like the males in the family is going to do some winning, but there's going to be some, we're going to let you guys win on this also. However, let's consider this as we're speaking about this, because the sun is in the fourth, ruling the fourth. Mercury's in the fifth, ruling the fifth. So I really got it that, there's going to be some game that the elders are really good at that the youth are going to be like, man, they kicked our ass in it. However, we like that game. So let's learn how to play it so that we can get better at it. And with that being said, the values that the family are bringing, even though being under beams of the sun, being under beams of the elders, of the influence of that which influences the whole family, even if it's grandma and grandpa, what's going to be very interesting about those values is going to actually bring some active, sudden changes to the way things are done in the family, even down to how people do things at home. I really think what's done in play will bring lessons that are very valuable, so that when you do things at home, there's going to be some lessons or some values that are subconsciously comprehended that you'll start to incorporate some things that are a little differently in how you govern your own homes. Alrighty. And seeing Luna, of course, in Cancer, just, let's see what we said, 1 degree and 12. That's 112.
Yep.
Is that one? That is 112, right? 1 degree, 12 minutes.
That's fine.
From Sirius, right? So that man said, Jesus, the notorious just. Okay, so what's going to actually happen here, right? is we're going to really allow ourselves to be able to really pay attention and focus and communicate on things that are really being shared by some elder mother, almost to the point where you guys are going to be like, I swear she's always been like gifted. Some people use the term touched, and usually touched is the like negative connotation of somebody's crazy or something like that. However, I think somebody's going to actually notice the wisdom in an elder and the things that they're saying, or there's going to be some Cancer of some sort. It could be somebody, it could be a Cancer sun sign, sun, moon, or ascendant. And what you guys are going to actually recognize is this particular being is definitely Sirius, not just Serios. However, they may be what we call a Sirius starseed, right? So this is very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if things about George Bush comes up, or any other really strong Cancer energy like that. Like people that have really strong Cancer energy in that area near Sirius, besides myself, is Dalai Lama, George Bush Jr. So you guys really like check some of these Cancer energies. If I'm not mistaken, too, man, we got to check Curtis's solid, whichever they put out there about Curtis 50 Cent, quote unquote Jackson, right? Because he's a Cancer also. So I really think, guys, that we really kind of look at those things to come up. You might find yourself playing, music by some Cancer or whatever. That's going to be very interesting if that happens at that time. I know we're saying this now, however, it's going to be taking place. If I'm not mistaken, we're looking at that ingress for the 22nd August. All righty, 2022. That's a moon day, as you guys can see there. All righty. 16 minutes and 11 seconds after 1100 hour. Pardon me, 2300 hour. Forgive me. Which is 11 post meridian Eastern. All right. So with that, I'm going to yield the floor there, guys, and just wrap it up with this theme of, hey, guys, let's have some fun at the family reunion.
Who we introduce?
It's a family reunion. Who we introducing? Who we introducing? Right. This my
elders. The youngers. We gotta create a game that we have to do.
I know, right? Creative games, right? That's interesting. Creative game, right? Interesting. That would be like that. Creative game is actually the Leo Aquarius axis, the 11, 5, 5, and 11 axis, right? So yeah, that's actually, that makes me think, let's look at 5 and 11. Look at that. Leo's on the 5th. Everything's aligned. Look at that. Here in Leo zone, right? This is more towards West Coast, right? More towards near the California State Republic. So shout out to the honorable and faithful, true and faithful Moors out there, West Coasting and near the Khalifa territory. All right. I don't want to really say territory. I'm going to say near Khalifa, right? Because sometimes when we think territory, it kind of insinuates federal agency, right? Without insinuating federal agency, I'm just going to say that, all true and faithful and honorable Moors near Khalifa, right? Those that are sincerely growing, evolving, and are clear that the priesthood is dead. There's no, grouping in a way to be having any people under your thumb and things of that nature. So I appreciate and love you guys. As a matter of fact, as I'm saying that, I know I was sitting here doing some posts, so let me go here to YouTube and just double check and make sure, right, where we are. Let me move a little forward up here. Check the chat also, guys, right? And just let me say very quickly, peaceful greetings, Kiana, to lead, peaceful greetings to you. Brother Kevin, peaceful greetings to you also. Brother Al Noor, peaceful greetings to you. All righty. So let's kind of just, continue going on here, man. And I appreciate you all joining us here and interacting with us in the chat. We really appreciate you all. All right. So let's look at this. Mars is in the 2nd, having some accidental debilitation in the 2nd. All righty. Very, Tauran, so to speak, in that sense. Right. However, it's ruling the ascendant as well as the 8th house, guys. So with that being said, we're going to really allow ourselves to, when we're actively inheriting or actively allowing ourselves to get along and find the values in relating to others, we will really have to really communicate that, which is fortunate for everyone in there, in this situation, because we really would love to allow ourselves to bring about a formality in the home where, the family values are really something that you can bring to the forefront and really show that when these values are consistently put in place, or at least in the forefront pertaining to your mind, you'll definitely have a very fortunate outcome in the heart locally, as well as in maybe your immediate quote unquote neighborhood or with your siblings also. With the sun ingressing there for this particular zone, when this happens, alrighty, the sun will be in the 5th house. So guys, this is a accidental dignity for the sun. However, being still sidereal, at least speaking in Leo, right? What we can allow ourselves to do is to physically get out and play with our little ones, alrighty? And I really think that we need to take inventory that when we actually do allow ourselves to get out and play around or do some type of recreation with our little ones, it actually allows them to grow and express the sense pertaining to maturity that you would look for them to have as they get older. So it's kind of the hearts of the children return to the hearts of the fathers, or the hearts of the children return to the hearts of the mothers. So let's just say it like this: the hearts pertaining to our progeny are going to be turned to the hearts pertaining to the progenitors. However, vice versa is going to be the same thing. The hearts of the progenitors are going to be turning to the hearts of thy progeny or posterity. So what you'll find is in play, you'll be able to really establish some serious things that are to be valued in life, and you'll find that life lessons will be accepted the more that the children can see that you can let your hair down, not be disrespected in laying your hair down. However, be respected in the sense that, oh, okay, they're human and they're not just, some authoritarian, so to speak. So if anybody that resonates with anybody, and of course the Leo zone is like I said, it's more the western side pertaining to the North Gate here. All righty. I would thoroughly say, allow yourselves to make sure that you can really find the values in relating so that you can have that Mary and Joseph, you know, type of energy in bringing forth baby Jesus, bringing forth that justice that is necessary. And I said that because in the 7th house, not only is Venus in the 4th in Leo ruling the 2nd house where Mars and part of fortune is, as I spoke earlier, we can also see that it's ruling the 7th house. All righty. And of course, we see Spica in Arcturus. Spica, or Spica, some people would say, is Mary in the Helios Bibliotech. You guys ever go back and look at our Veritas series? I'm pretty sure I'm going to go and organize our YouTube. It's going to probably be not laborious. It's going to be fun for me. It's going to make, you know, playlists because we have series here and there. However, I would like you guys to be able to access the Veritas. You can just, you know, access it. You guys just type it in. However, but it had to be 7 Hill Star. But yeah, Spica is a Mary. All righty. Astromasonically speaking, as well as Arcturus is dealing with Joseph. You see Mary and Joseph are there, all right? Seemingly from our perspective here on Earth, 24 degrees, both they are. Just about, let's say, 23 minutes, 23 arc minutes apart, to be clear. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to yield the floor. However, I'm going to yield the floor with this theme. Allow yourselves to allow play to be a means in sharing and learning lessons. All right. That's how I really see that one. All right. And I yield the floor so I can get to number 6 here. Let's did the 4th house, getting to the 6th house, right? Cancer zone, right? More towards the Pacific, right? Pacific area, let's just say, so to speak. And what we're looking at here is Kitsaki, right? Kitsaki, Canaan land, Kitsaki Corporation near Canaan land, all righty? Now, what was the last, I didn't even say what the last area was that you had on that chart, brother. Let me acknowledge that, if you don't mind. Can you go back to that last one so I can see? Because I'm pretty sure I said something about Khalifa, but I didn't even read what that zone was. It was Villanueva, Guatemala, all right? So shout out to my brother, Caesar, all right? Shout out to my neighbor Caesar, right? And the fam there. That's the King Scene family. Shout out to you guys. All right. So now looking at Katsaki, right? Or Kitsaki, pardon me. Looking at Kitsaki Corporation near Canaan. What we have actually here in the 6th house, right? 6th house is on Leo, right? And we're still looking at Aries here for this particular zone also. That's because we're so very close to this Cancer zone so close to the Leo zone. And so we have Aries on the rise here, guys. And what's very interesting, with this 14 degrees here, it's very close, up to less than 2 degrees away from the degree pertaining to children. All righty, just into the 2nd lunar mansion also here. All righty, so you guys can really allow yourself to bring forth some really awesome and fortunate things. Mars is just about 15 arc minutes past part of fortune here. And that's because part of fortune is dependent upon a mathematical equation where we're considering the ascendant sun and moon. All righty, so it's very cool to see 2, 4, 6 is where we have fortune, moon, and sun. So when it comes to doing things where you're going to have some values in the home, I think what will actually happen is a lot of people are going to some way, shape, or form, even if they're not going out to restaurants or things like that. I think a lot of people are going to be bringing like culinary arts and hospitality, as they call it, front of house, as I am brother Sean knows it as. They're going to have BOH and FOH, right? Which is front of house and back of house, front of house. When you're speaking in terms pertaining to restaurants, you guys may find yourselves wanting to duplicate that experience at home. All righty. And in duplicating that experience is not going to be something that you're going to do all the time, but you may find yourselves having a night where you're like, no, this is restaurant night, not just taco night. This is going to be restaurant night. We're going to treat house like it's a restaurant. We're gonna, get trays and serve one another. I think that's what's gonna really happen. Like in a lot of Moorish Latin families, right? Just coming off of from Villa Nueva, right? Villa Nueva, Guatemala, where, in those Moorish Latin cultures, which obviously, have descended from us. And however, here at the North Gate, we must remind ourselves and put these things into practice, where the mothers serve the sons. All righty. So a lot of the women grow up in those cultures. They grow up serving their brothers. However, I think it would be good to have and certain days or quote unquote AB weeks, as they say. Well, we want to call them strongs. We're going to stop calling them the 7 days. We're going to call them 7 days of the strong. Let's do that from here on out. Right. However, anyway, I know it's not WEAK, which is seemingly the opposite pertaining to strong. However, or the antonym pertaining to strong. However, we are, what I'm really sharing here and what I can really see, guys, is really allow yourselves to alternate serving one another. All righty. You guys may find that other areas in your life and interaction and how you go about getting along and coping with one another, there's going to be some growth there, and it's going to have not just changes of hearts, however, growths pertaining to the heart, healthy growths pertaining to the heart, where the action pertaining to love will actually be something that everyone would want to do, because not just for what they see the benefits that transpire from that. However, it's actually a healthy feeling, and what coursing through the veins and the neurons connecting in the mind, there will be energy that will allow people to be much more philanthropic at home. So we're really serving one another. Really, Regulus, even being in Virgo, the theme of that is the king must serve the people. The king must serve the people. That's what time we're in now. All righty. So at this point in time, we're releasing the vibranium. However, in the vibranium being released to everyone, there's got to be this divine balance to make sure that we don't want the federal agent to be the king and go there and have the true heir to be looked at as just a killmonger, so to speak. All right. So with that being said, guys, the theme on my closing here for the Cancer zone, especially looking at the moon there, ruling both the 4th and 5th house, right? With Leo ruling the 6th, actually. So let me make my correction. I think from earlier I said it was still the 5th. It's in the 6th, so I've corrected myself. I see that Luna will really allow collectively everyone to really allow themselves. Hey, brother R, peace and greetings, bro. Will really allow themselves, to allow the fascination and denial at home. Really, you're going to be able to find the values necessary in being creative in getting around said fascinations and denials. For example, if you don't like to do dishes, find the value in just utilizing the dishwasher effectively, right? You may find your way of having yourself, sometimes if you dread like, oh man, I don't feel like washing these dishes. Look, hey, make it a game. All righty. Find a way to make your beauty in the home something that you can enjoy doing. I think my thing is turn chores into kind of a Dave and Buster's. Turn chores into Chuck E. Cheese, so to speak, And I think that's a part of the theme that I'm seeing here for my 4, 5, 6, right? The theme that I'm seeing here, and I'm going to actually just let it settle right there. However, lastly, Venus is coming up on that reflection to Saturn. So I do see here that, guys, we're going to really, really, truly allow ourselves to be able to reflect some essential innovations. And we will value those things. So essentially valuing those innovations there, reflecting it, will allow you to really make fun or have fun with things that were seemingly disciplinary activities or things that, oh, it's chores. It's like, hey, turn on some music and dance while you're cleaning. All righty. So that you can further have respect and learn to love not only self, but those things that are around you also. The king must serve the people. All righty. And I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, brother Sean Alim Mel. Islam.
Islam, broski. Peace and love to you, brother R.
Yeah, right. Bro, yeah. Broski Doski. Islam, bro. You wanted to add in something, man, before we go in?
Oh, no, I'm just tuning in, waiting for the end, because I got some questions outside of the subject matter.
Islam.
It's all good, bro. Indeed. Well, thank you for being here with us, bro. You already.
Islam.
Alrighty, let's see where we at now. Alrighty, guys, we are at Matea, French Polynesia. This will be occurring August 22nd, 2022 on the moon day, Monday. All right, it's occurring at 1700 hours, 16 minutes, 11 seconds, or 5:16 post meridian. All right, we have the sun ingressing your 7th house. You know, just to add into what my bro was saying, like, you know, about cleaning and chores. This here, the sun ingress 7 is like, for those that are in partnerships, this is like healing, cleaning together is like healing. Like you're able to start organizing your home and not taking it as a bad thing. Because if you treat yourself and you treat your loved one like royalty, and you treat your possessions that you have, the things that you have like royalty, you really be able to attract more and better. And so now you're doing this cleaning, which is healing and very meditative. Once you, you know, start organizing something, you might even come across something that, hey, you might have forgot all about, and it's, you know, really sparks something within your creativity. Because we look at Luna and Sirius, they're in the 5th. So, you know, doing some deep cleaning, even doing some service, like I'm even getting that there's going to be like, you know, which level you want to take it, whether you're single, you have a consort, or you went into matrimony, what they say is married. This is like massage, it's like couples massage right here. Going to do it, I just going to do something together, or something even for yourself, because the 6 is 12 from the 7. So healing service here with Venus and Leo. You know, for your, that's good for your soul, is really getting some healing, and sidereally it is still in Cancer. So you're really able to just beautify the home and really be beautifying yourselves and beautifying your home, so that you are strengthening, one, your root chakra, which deals with security, and 4th house is security and home. So once now you're able to be more secure in yourselves, you can expand upon things and be able to move upon more things. And with Saturn, 1, being in its joy in the 12th, 2, conjunct the ascendant, you're really able to start learning about yourself more. Like if you haven't got your mirror session, you need to get you one. If you're, you know, getting self-help books, motivation books, inspirational books, you know, whatever it is that can turn you into the knowledge of yourself is going to be healing for you. Because until what you realize, you know, what blocks that you have within yourself that you create, you know, the mental bondage that you create for yourself, how can you truly move forward with how you approach life and how you really do things? And still, with Luna being in the 5th too, conjunct Sirius, like, you know, like my bro said, you know, there's going to be a mother that's really gonna, you know, come out and communicate. Or there's going to be like a surface of some old videos of, you know, famous, I want to say famous, but influential, important mothers that did different works and creative projects that's really gone, you know, just kind of change the way that everyone thinks. And for the sons, you know, if you look at sun, father, moon, mother, you know, you're getting both sides here, some divine, masculine, and feminine energy and communication. And it's going to be very transformative for you to take accountability for yourself and what you do, what you might reject. But the more you reject it, hey, the more things you have to go through. And now with that, you're able to bring a sense of balance and justice to yourself, a sense of harmony, you know, really being able to enjoy literature, enjoy just the wisdom. So we're Gemini. Just the wisdom and just the process of creating, because it's all more about the journey than the destination. Just like with creating, it's all about the works of creation, then it comes out to the finished project, you know. So for the musicians, the creators, you know, rappers, poets, you know, all these different things that everyone does, even if you're just, you know, you do like you be like the mailman, you know, it's the joy of just bringing everyone their things, or being like an Amazon delivery driver, you know, just the joy of bringing things to scenic beings, you know, can bring you a sense of joy within your heart.
Yeah, because those guys are the new Santa Claus. Let me stop. No idea. I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. I yield. I'm goading over here. I'm baby goading. Okay, I yield.
All right, guys. And you know, for you know, when it comes to fated relationships, you know, look at the 9th house, we're looking at the vertex. You're really going to be able to come into the mysteries of yourself. And you know, whether you want to admit it or not, private or public, word to brother Corey, whether you admit it to yourself or others, you're really gonna be dealing with that version of yourself that you see in the mirror. You know, what's the mystery of yourself? And really, it's going to be heartfelt. So, you know, tuning and listening to your heart, you're really going to be able to get into the mental awareness of it, so that you can really, you know, deal with it from a heartfelt level and a mental level. And I'm going to yield for that, guys, for Sun, Ingress, Virgo, and the Gemini zone.
Excellent. And shout out to you, Mother Kiana, in the chat. We appreciate
Islam.
Yeah, she said she signed up for a mirror session, right? And I did see that. The order was made today. And I'm looking forward to your mirror session also, guys. And with that being said, guys, hey, don't forget, guys, you can schedule your mirror AstroLiteracy, literacy sessions, either with Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, and Brother Sean Alim L. Alrighty? So we all know, guys, is where, you know, what we really, that's our foundation. The mirror is our foundation, because the business pertaining to mind is reflection. So when someone says mind your business, what they're really saying is, are you having self-reflections today? Are you reflecting within yourself? And the mirror session actually brings the clarity, so that you don't have that Gothica-esque distortion, as said when we talked about Gothica a few lives ago, and we talked about that distorted view that people have when Charles Dutton's character threw the water on the mirror to explain Penelope Cruz's character's sight to Holly Berry's. Oh, that's when we did the Holly Berry joint. That was last Intuition Monday. All right. So you guys want to see what I'm talking about there, or just watch Gothica, the beginning of Gothica, right? You'll see what I'm talking about. So it won't be a blurry mirror session. You really get clarity. Just actually did one last night too. I won't say who, because I'm very ethical. However, in that session, man, I mean, it was just beautiful. I mean, the good Moor was very exciting to observe, and very excited to receive said clarity within themselves, because, guys, that's what we provide. We make sure you have what it is that you need. I'm telling you, I don't play to make sure you guys can really read yourselves, because that's in harmony with your holy Koran, divinely prepared by Prophet Noble Ali. And in the introduction, it says, man, know thyself and thy father God Allah. All righty. And for me, in my heart of hearts, according to my studies thus far, that is saying mind, know yourself and your process, which Mother chose to call upon, all balanced the law pertaining to the zodiac. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L. Islam.
Really kind of sitting in a blank spot. All right, guys. Just keep this moving along. All right, so we're now pulling up to
Alnor. Not to cut you off. Thank you, Brother Alnor. We appreciate you. Brother Alnor said he's actually, exchanging his time for compensation as he's listening to us. Thank you so much, beloved. Islam. I yield to you.
Islam. Yeah, gratitude. All right, so Poom, New Caledonia. All right, so this is occurring at 14/16/11, 2:16 post meridian. All right, August 23rd, 2022 on a Tuesday. All right, guys, so we have the sun ingressing the 8th house here. Muy here. So we have Capricorn on the rise at 12 degrees, 21 minutes. So with the sun ingressing this 8th house for Poom, New Caledonia, just the surrounding areas there. So when it comes to, New Caledonia, New Zealand, those Fiji areas around there.
Islam.
Guys, you really are going to be able to, man, this is just a beautiful transformation, especially for anyone, for this area, but, even just, depending on, where your chart is, it's going to be a transformation here. Like now you're coming into the details of what you've been through, over your life so far. You're really able to start just piecing different events, different times together, just dealings with, other sentient beings. You're really able to, really put the details together. Now you can start relating and start, just from the heart, you can have this heartfelt sense of like, wow, I'm really doing this right now. Or wow, I really made it through this time that I really thought I wouldn't make it through. And now you're coming out of this death and rebirth moment, and now you're coming out focused. And with, like my bro said, with the sun still transiting sidereal Leo, physically, you're looking to shine with your ideas that you have organized and, ready to put forward, that is, very valuable and of service. You definitely could be, if you're in a partnership, huh?
I said you're good. I wasn't trying to choke on the mango.
For those that are in a partnership, or in, with business, have different beings they do business with, there's going to be a very healing conversation that's going to be had. And with Mercury slowing down as well, about to go into retrograde in a few weeks or moon cycles, there's really going to be a sense of just having these deep conversations that are needed. And we've got Luna reflecting the ascendant. So really you're bouncing off just your structure and disciplines and just ways that you can get better so that you can improve your home. And with Saturn ruling, the first and second house, you're really able to have conversations that are needed to be had that's going to be more mentally stimulating and satisfying. But at the same time, it's going to it's really going to bring out the mystery and inheritance of yourself at first. And, you could feel away or you could feel a pull, but when you actually really, embrace it, you're going to see the values of it. You're going to see the values of taking accountability. You're going to see the values of who you are, regardless of what you have or, and not comparing yourself to others. And with that, being in reflection with the 8th, with sun and the 8th and, Luna being in the 7th. Guys, this is just healing here. This is going to be healing conversation. So let's really open up to the different philosophies of wisdom. We have, Mercury ruling the 9th, how we love and relates behind, if you want to say the past, and, ahead of it, of the sun, is just how we communicate to others, our thinking. And this is becoming organized. And, if I was to pull the essential dignity table, Mercury's strong. Mercury's exalted in Virgo, 11 degrees, 51 minutes past that. Each sign is being ruled by that. So, with Sirius, like you said, we're really getting into the health. So with Sun Ingress Virgo, that could be, folks either getting more into holistic care or really taking serious their health, knowing that, what they eat and how they exercise, and even what they think, and deal with others. They're going to find different ways to really heal themselves. And 12th house on Sagittarius, they're going to be looking to teach or learn, and Jupiter's in the 4th. So hey, this is like somebody having a random conversation with somebody at the gym, or just being out and about. And
oh my God, let me add to your wisdom, because the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, okay, so Mercury doesn't do too great, so to speak, as they say. That's not what I'm saying. So I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer. None of us are. It's in the house, and even though it's dominant, it's in the house pertaining to publishing. So I'm curious, there's going to be like a new movie that drops in this zone or areas. Like, I would like to check, like, when we look at like you said, like New Zealand, so-called whatever, like Australia type energy, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm really not mistaken, it's is that just west of, like which the Aries zone is where you got like Jakarta and all those other places. So that's why I'm thinking, like, man, I just wonder, I'm very curious to see what new book is going to be released in that area. I know we're not physically there, but it would be interesting to see that somebody dropped either a movie or a book or some type of music album, because that publishing energy is very, very strong. I'm serious, bro. I yield to you, and shout out to brother JL. Shout out to you, Noble, as always. Shout out to you. Okay, I yield, beloved brother. Islam.
So yeah, publishing like a movie or even just like the news, like the news being done, like the lies being shined upon, and now there's like a new sense of like truthful news and publishing coming out to really bring, like I said, service to the collective. And now, mother is waking up, taking a part of it, to uplift. So it's like sons and mothers finally working together, getting over the toxic bullshit that's promoted on the internet. Hey, look at Saturn, second house values, that makes others compare themselves to everyone, which they're all just, number one bullshit. So,
do you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. I'm kidding. No, nothing that doesn't exist here. We're too busy living truth, right? And by the way, guys, thank you for your support. And just really liking or viewing anything on social media. That's hashtag 7 Heal Stars, 720 Astral Healing, One Heart Supplements, Jaguar Soul, Ara Muaba Bay, guys, because I know we've been doing like really running this promo and allowing our creativity to be in full, even to the point where we're having our own music behind our own advertisements and things like that. So thank you guys for also supporting anything that we're posting that has this year on it by I and Brother R. Muaba Bay. So with that being said, I yield the floor too, right? I guess that was a publishing communication, right? I yield.
All right.
I was apropos for this chart. I yield. Hold on. One last thing about publishing and shouting out about the internet. Yeah, man, you got to give it to Brother Sean on TikTok. Like that hashtag 7 Heal Star on TikTok is like literally almost about to hit maybe like 319,000 views. TikTok. So Brother Sean, like, again, man, I tip my fez to you, bro, for the work that you do, man. And you, your improvement rate, alrighty, is admirable. You know what I mean? To say the least, right? And I trust that other people will, start to really take notice in the detail that you do and look at your work over the last year and really see the growth in that. And even why, you have 7 Heal Star way over, it's on its way to 500,000 views at this point. It's already, under the 250,000 view mark towards that. So we're at, like I said, man, you go and check that hashtag on TikTok, that is the hashtag 7 Heal Star. It's definitely at about 316K. So yeah, it's on 317. I know it's on its way. Right? So thank you again, Brother Sean Alim, and I yield the floor to you, Islam.
Gratitude, yeah. Like that Jadakiss song, we don't make it. We just doing what we do. And
Fuck the frail shit. Okay, pardon me. I'm sorry. You caught me for a second, man. I'm sorry, man. My apologies.
that got me going too. All right, so yeah, New Caledonia surrounding Aries. So now we will get into, let's see, the Aries zone. All righty, so we are now at Rito, Japan. All right, so going down August 23rd, 2022. All right, on the Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah.
Sun Ingress Virgo on a Tuesday. Everybody in Rito, Japan be choosing.
I yield.
All right, this is Ingress in the 9th house. So we know that the sun loves to be in the 9th. You know, that's what is determined as the quote unquote God house for the sun. So with this going for Japan and the surrounding areas, you know, parts of Australia, and yeah, most parts of Japan, you know, in the 9th house, there's some, I feel like it's about to be like a new love movie, maybe some new anime for those anime lovers about to drop. Some new animes coming out, and maybe just some like remastered versions going as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be definitely interested in seeing that, and 8th house too. So yeah, really like I'm gonna say some remastered animes, you know, definitely on the way, or like just some announcements of like, hey, we've got some new things coming out. So looking at Mercury being there in the 10th. You know, actually, let's see. Let's go to shits, dignity table. So yeah, Mercury's at a plus 12.
Woo! Yeah, the Mercury's so dominant. And bro, yes, you're right. The sun is in a joy in the 9th. I yield.
Let's see. Mercury and Mars on mutual reception by a turn. So 10 and 7, this is sharing. So this is some very and look, Mars is in Gemini. So this is like some career like goals and project sharing, like getting like there's about to be like some major contracts about to be signed for like some long-term project work for like 10, 15 years. When it comes to like publishing and communication. Woo! Seven Hill Star Stars, you know, yeah, just like it's about to be like some major publication or writing deals, just some major contracts being signed with that mutual reception, and then with it being supported by the luminaries, Sun conjunct Regulus, Luna conjunct Sirius, you know, so this is 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 7th house is sharing partnerships, 8th house, transformation, inheritance, 9th house, higher learning, cross-cultural ethics, 10th house, career, experts, fame. Like guys, yeah, this is about to be a lot of good things being shined upon, and, you know, for each in your own way. So things might not come physically, but it also could come, you know, spiritually, etherly, and hey, we got Scorpio ruling the 12th and the 1st, so Mars has got say so over the 12th and the 1st. So like I said, just really coming into the mystery of who you are and accepting who you are, and now you're moving in alignment with you know, just your home. So you might be dealing with shadows and early upbringing from your home life. But how do you, you know, balance that out? You be structured in just how you move, discipline in how you move. And now you're really able to learn from the taskmaster, Saturn. You know, he's ruling the 3rd. You know, you're really able to just structure your mind and start to move away negative thoughts. yes, we know that Virgo, like, is, you know, overthinking, organization, but now you're organizing the royalty that you are to bring a sense of value to yourself so that you can dismiss any negative thoughts about yourself, projected, and, you know, imposter syndrome, so that now you're healing. So that now you're ending this cycle. So now you're coming out of this rebirth. And now that you can, you know, harmoniously and valuably share not only your thoughts, but just your communications and your words with how you do things. And that's, you know, when you do that for yourself first, you're able to share it with others, and they can take your story. They can transform themselves, and then they can connect and relate with others, you know, start operating out of the love and not the jealous, envy, or hate. Or the shadow of, you know, of the love is being too stable and secure, or too comfortable to where they don't want to make a move. And now you get into the higher part of that is just the mysteries, the intensity of, you know, being fearless. And I'll yield for Rito Japan, guys. So really able to,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Really just able to, you know, help yourself so that you can help others. And knowing that we are all just reflections or mirrors of each other. Yep.
May I see the essential dignity tables again for this chart?
Oh, yeah.
Please and thank you. Mutual reception by triplicity, Venus and Sun. Yeah, because when you said mutual receptions, I started looking for them. I was like, okay, they're not obvious by rulership and exaltation. So I figured it was like triplicity, term, or face. And yes, I see it. Mars and Mercury are by term having mutual reception, and then Jupiter and Mars. I was looking for the Jupiter and Mars mutual reception. That's what the Spirit told me. So yeah, when you started going in on that, I was like, that's very interesting, bro. Brother Sean, you're spot on, bro. Like I swear, bro. Like you are definitely making it. For me, it's like, man, like that certification intensive is where it's at, you know. And Brother R is here with us, you know. Him and Brother Arrow, you know, the next one's up. You know, it's you, Brother Terrell, Brother Corey, Senior Jackson Day, brother that was formerly with us. And next is going to be Brother Aura and Brother Arrow, you know, and it's at you guys' pace. You already know we don't rush. However, I'm telling you guys, but man, when Brother Aura, boy, y'all got man, I'm trying to tell you, Brother Aura, when it comes to writing, right? When you're really good at writing poetry or music, I really think that gives you a leg up when it comes to really giving your own insightful, intuitive testimonies, when you really grasp the concepts in, you know, reading astrology. And with that, I'm gonna yield the floor. Islam.
Yeah, man, I'm so like SpongeBob. I'm ready, excited for like Brother R, you know, whenever he finishes, and like, man, and Brother Arrow, like, man, it's gonna be awesome.
Let me add to your wisdom in the chat. Mother Kiana says, because you had mentioned about contracts, right? She said have some contracts in the works.
Oh wow, man! Gratitude indeed for your comment. There we go.
Indeed, we love you guys' interactions. Yes, always. You know, we love them. All righty, especially and only really the loving interactions. All right. However, I yield the floor, Brother Islam.
If you got hate inside your heart, let it out.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
I yield this. I'm gonna yield back to you, bro, and let you finish this out.
All right. Let me put up the hippies. White cheddar hippies. All right. Vegan white cheddar hippies, right? I know, I'm so being a snacky over here. So here we go. Sun, of course, is at 0 degrees, 0 arc degrees, 0 arc minutes, 0 arc seconds, right? Pisces zone. This is 23rd August 2022. All right, this is on Ilawa, Hamail or Samail. All right, it's Tuesday. And this is taking place at 10:00, 16 minutes, and 11 seconds. All righty. Ante meridian. Hanoi, Vietnam. Right? It's interesting. I just got a flash in my head of Tom Cruise and Top Gun for some reason. Seriously. So this is taking place in the 10th house. All right. So this particular ingress is occurring in the 10th house. And the sun there is actually ruling over the 10th house, ruling over Leo there. All right. So with this actually taking place, when it comes to the standing and the status overall, right? People's careers and things of that nature, they're going to really find some value in being behind or really assisting the main influencing energy. The sun is the main influential energy here. There's the value is Venus. However, there's going to be some beauty and some harmony there and some balance. It's going to be actually brought and actually there in support pertaining to the main influential energy as they actually approach their position and seat that they are to take. Now, most people will say, what do you mean? Is Regulus the throne? Regulus is actually the heart pertaining to the constellation Leo. So when it comes to the heart, that's why people will be like, oh, well, Leo and the sun rules the heart. This is where you're getting some of your heart analogies and things of that nature or terminologies when we speak about those things, all right? So let me really just say here, we have Mars ruling the ascendant. Again, see, look, I got another one where Mars is ruling the ascendant, right?
Peep the, not to cut you, Wilson, peep that too, 3 degrees, 33 minutes.
And when we got started today, you know, you said you said it was 15:33 central, right? Which would be 3:33 post meridian central. So very interestingly, with that happening there with the 3:33, where is Mars? It's clearly in Gemini, 1 degree, 37 minutes in Gemini, in the 7th house. Very interesting because I would say Mars does pretty good in Gemini. However, it would be very direct in its communication. However, it would need to really learn how to suddenly change the way it effectively or assertively communicates in order to bring about a harmony in relating to others in the future. North Node, Uranus, and Mars is what I just gave testimony for there very briefly. And Venus in the 10th along with bringing value and support to the main influential energy. Venus is really allowing itself being at the highest point pertaining to the sky at this moment, culminating the 10th house cusp and reaching it before. But she's quote unquote morning star. However, still technically combust because it's still within 18 degrees pertaining to the sun. So, you know, anything between 0 degrees and about 8 degrees, 9 degrees is combustion. And under the beams of the sun is usually from about 9 degrees to about 18 degrees, roughly, just as far as the orb, the space and the distance between them. However, it's going to be some real fortunate findings, especially when let's make sure that when we go to care for others' children and bringing about some things for them, that we'll be able to really expound upon the importance of safety with whatever it is they do, whether it's playing video games, going outside to run around, ride a bicycle. Make sure that what's really stressed the most is safety. However, when you go to express those means pertaining to being safe or being considerate when playing with others, what you'll be able to do is really, and this may sound cliche, however, teach by the example, because the actions are going to speak way louder than the words, all righty? So pour out, all righty, that which will suddenly change the details and the intestinal fortitude to others' children and or the values pertaining, because others' children not only is the 11th house, but others' children would also be if you are in some sort of career and or standing where you're working along with others. And what will actually happen is that is others' children. It would be the value bringers to said career, where the 10th house being in Leo, what you'll find is there are some details that you will allow you all to be able to work on, and the getting along in that process will actually happen as people observe how careful and or meticulous you are in said task. that you are accomplishing, where people will not maybe openly say that they've learned things from you. Someone else's children or your own children may not say they're openly learning things from you. However, they will be instituting the details observed from your actions, and they will allow themselves to embody those too, because they've never seen it done like that before. So this theme for the Pisces zone, we are definitely allowing ourselves to isolate the emotions. So we're allowing ourselves to really creatively grasp that which we need to gain to make our values and where we stand really shine and come to the forefront. With that, I yield the floor, beloved Islam. Wow, it doesn't sound like we're reading reports, man. We're so freestyle Wednesday.
Man.
You know what I mean? We're really freestyle Wednesday in this, guys, right? Brother Kevin says, I say, right? 555, right? Islam. All righty. Oh, so yeah, the East Coast, right? He was saying 2 minutes ago near the East Coast, 555, right? Interesante. Aquarius zone. All right. Looky, Astro Cookie. The Aquarius zone with the sun in the Aquarius house, the 11th house, right? We're still there in Virgo, guys. So we're actually mixing a way of being creatively detailed in how we pour out information. I just got finished talking about that. Freestyle Wednesday, right? being creatively detailed in how we're pouring out information to you all. And then see not only the values that are there, but the fortunate things that are necessary to hold on to also, right? You guys are going to find a way to really sort of kind of make comedy a part of how you are able to share things. Because, you know, if the career is the 10th house, or where you are exchanging your energy for compensation, the second house to the 10th house is the 11th house, where you will be able to really value the group. You'll be able to really bring some beauty to the situation by being fortunate for everyone, being a quote unquote help to not just yourself, but to the actual community as well. That is the actual crafting community, we'll say. So if you're quote unquote exchanging your energy for compensation somewhere, whatever that is that you do, just look at that as a particular craft. If you are a said seamstress, or you do hair of some sort, by the 11th house cusp being there on Leo, what you can actually see that you will have a way of receiving from the youth a new style in which you can bring to your skill set, because you're realizing, hey, I notice people are, you know, enjoying this particular style pertaining to how they want the hair done. This is for hairdressers or barbers. So you'll find that, you know, hey, the children want their hair done like this, and I don't get it. There's going to be some child that brings about some wisdom, and it's going to really make you be one of few beings that are really adept in preparing that style, of being able to deliver that style pertaining to someone's hair. All righty, because Leo, we all know lions, but minus the lionesses, have elaborate manes. All right, so when you think of Leo, I would think of the mane, and when you think of Virgo, because Virgo's hairdressers, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Mercury is kind of close to that hairdresser's degree. If not, I'm pretty sure it's around there, or at least within orb. So you're going to allow yourself to really isolate to learn from the youth. All righty. You're going to really allow yourself to really be fortunately dominating in your observations. All right. So with Luna culminating, all righty, the 10th house here, I really see that mother will really allow herself to not allow her career to overtake the importance in making sure she's interacting with her little ones. So, or will not allow the career to take her off where she needs to be within her own mind. For those of you that may not have children, what you allow yourself to do is you will no longer ignore that inner child for the sake of a quote unquote paycheck. You will make sure, like we had said, that whole Cardi B joke we made a couple days ago, that be careful with me, right? That's what it is there. You know, so you're going to find yourself being careful with self. And with that, I think I'm going to yield the floor there, my beloved brother, whom I'm pleased. I'm pretty sure next I have the Capricorn zone.
Islam. And I'm
That was
gonna add,
for Lucknow. Does that say Lucknow or does it say Lucknow? No. India, Hindustan, Sindh. All right. I yield the floor, Islam.
I think it's gonna be like a resurface or like viral videos of Mother Zodiacus. That's what I was gonna add. Because while you're sitting there going in, I just bing. I'm like, why am I thinking about that? Okay, I'm gonna wait till bro's done and say that.
I'm gonna talk to you after we get off of this. It's interesting you mentioned that appellation. Very interesante, because I just came across that video this morning. Before I go of Mother Mariah's last video at near the Wilmington Corporation, Delaware State Republic, that building. Right. And that was the last one. It was the 18th May, 2022. All righty. Pardon me, 18th May 2018. Pardon me. Let me correct myself. It was the 18th May, 2018. All righty. And in seeing that video, I was just like kind of just going through it. And then once I kind of like scrubbed to the end, I was like, whoa. Okay, so that I do remember that because I remember I was there, you know, and as I was just looking at it and seeing, it was like, wow, this is what's actually happening now. What was being discussed between Mother Ras Mariah and Brother Taj was what just we kind of experienced over these last, 3 or 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, you know, like seriously. Mm-hmm. Indeed, beloved brother, Islam. I mean, hey, when we're done, bro, you already know I'll call you.
Yeah, Islam, Moor.
Islam, bro.
And I'm gonna add too, I seen a video of Princess Nokia. I think her and Mother Zodiac is gonna be like two of some more that's gonna like sweep.
Interessante. You're gonna have to send me a link on that so I can check that out for myself also.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but thanks to pixel retargeting, it'll come back like a boomerang.
All we gotta do is speak around these devices and they'll bring them up for us, right? Especially when you're us, you know, when you declare and proclaim your nationality, there's no point in even hiding because you're being watched. All right. Seriously. So this is just right after a sunrise near Van Turkey, not car turkey, not bicycle turkey, not motorcycle turkey. This is Van Turkey. Please stop. I'm kidding. Mercury in the first ruling the first, guys. What you're going to be able to really do here is bring to the forefront. This is what you're going to do. It's interesting too, because Mercury doesn't get too much further than maybe 27. Mercury might even go to about 28, 29 degrees, sometimes that far away from the sun. But when you see Mercury getting about 26, 27 degrees away from the sun, it's about to be retrograde. So that retrograde is on its way because Mercury never gets on either side of the sun any further than the range between 26 and about 28, maybe sometimes 29 degrees away. All right.
That kind of wasn't, brother.
Say that again. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. It's I'm thinking about like that day or the 20th. I know we can look for ourselves and check. Cafe Astrology's got it entering a shadow August 20th. Virgo will be void of course the 22nd after it's square, trines Pluto. Yeah, Mercury.
You said Mercury will be void of course, correct?
Mm-hmm. After it trines Pluto for 3 days, 3 hours, and 5 minutes, according to the Baltimore. Because it'd be August 22nd, 1758, Baltimore Corporation when it makes that trine to Pluto, and it ingresses Libra Thursday at 2103.
So that's how many days in between?
3 days. Let's see.
And wow.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 3 days.
Wow. With Mercury void, however, it will be void still dominant though, man. That just makes me really think that that is an ultimate, and what deacon is that? That would be the Taurus deacon, man. You know what? I'm having this flash one of finances, but I got a feeling that somebody's gonna like find some large sum of energy. Some people call finance. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, man. Seriously, during that time, actually, that's going to be very, very interessante. Wow, in Mars's terms, and how's Mars's condition? Oh, in Mercury's terms. That's what we just talked about. The mutual reception between Mercury and Mars. Looky, self-publishing. Right. So what I would like to say even here, guys, like this would be a great time to release your projects. Really is. Allow the foundation and the structure to as far as the essential things that you would like to come forward in this Capricorn zone, right? Allow, especially music. I just really had the Wally celebration music in my head happiness, and we just came off of the whole, India quote unquote thing there. As far as Sindhu is concerned. So with that being said, guys, what I really would like to point out here with this, the 12th house, right? Very interesting. It's the house pertaining to isolation, the Latin term carcere, right? Which is the root in the term incarceration. Be not afraid, because there's a cell that, so-called breakers of the law. Yes, they get a cell, provided they create a corpus delicti, right? Some people say corpus delicti. However, the positive carcere, or positive incarceration, is like one who's in a monastery, a monk or one in what they call a nunnery, or a nun, and their room that they go to isolate themselves and to meditate is also called a cell. All right. So as it is above, so it is below. Obviously, as it is below, so it is above in those terms, in terms of saying cell. So with that being said, guys, I really am also looking at the fact that when we really look at this, Mars is really coming off that square with the sun also. So with 9 and 12, 12 being the 4th house to the 9th, we're really going to be able to isolate things that are necessary to ourselves. You might find yourself tucking away, I'm not going to say stay in resting or laying down where you're at too much longer. However, that's probably what you're going to do. This will probably be one of those days that you just kind of, get a late start, not because you're irresponsible, just because, the energy is set for you to just chill a little. All right. And settle down, right? Because that's what you want to do, right? Just me and you. Okay, I'll stop. So with that being said, to be serious here, the sun is ruling the 12th house, and it's squaring, however, Mars, in Mars's terms, actually, if it's not actually hit Mercury's terms by now, which would be interesting to see. Looks like it's pretty close. If I zoomed in, yeah, it's probably hitting Mercury terms. Yeah, it's hitting Mercury terms there. So with that being said, hitting Mercury terms, however, squaring Mars, coming off of the square, Mars is coming off of that square, we can really just allow ourselves to get over the obstacles that it may seem that we are missing some things in the home, or, we may not have certain things that we value or things of beauty that we would enjoy to have. However, what you're going to actually do is you're going to find some memory that you go, oh, I remember when I used to do this. Why don't I do this now? Or you're going to actually have some unique idea come to you, some unique unvelation, so to speak, and you will be able to get at some means of remedy for your loved ones, in a sense where you will be able to help out not only yourself, but some others that actually look up to you. So with Mercury actually being in mutual reception with that said Mars, guys, really allow yourselves, truly allow yourselves to bring out the fortunate things that will actually have you have a reward that you didn't expect. Imagine that you thought your reward for doing something was some just compensation, finance, when at the end of the day, you actually have created a new relationship with either a either your immediate siblings or your local community, to the point where now you are a trustee, not within some organization. However, people feel that they can call upon you and you will be able to get things complete for them. And they're confident in your confidence. And by you being able to bring that to the forefront, as still I rise, right? Venus, the sun, Regulus, and Mercury in the still I rise kind of fashion. Guys, really allow those values that's in your heart, alrighty, to really be communicated in detail by the actions that you put forth. And I'm gonna quote nephew. I'm talking about Brother Terrell's nephew. Fix your actions. However, it's not going to be too tough in those actions being fixed, because you will be in harmony with the fix that is needed for those in observance of you. And I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, Islam.
Yeah, Islam, broski. Hit that there. Bring us back here.
Bring us back. Bring us back. Bring us back.
Bring it back.
I know, right?
Bring it back. Bring it back. 7 Hill Star, 19 degrees of Leo. You know he got your back.
No. If I'm not mistaken, it's also, is that 19 degrees Aquarius too?
Aquarius, yeah.
Oh, right.
So angles and heart, we got your back.
I know, right? Man, beautiful.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, the flow is amazing. The flow is so remarkable. All right, how you?
That was great. I can't wait to chop this up and blend it and make it a smoothie to be of service to the collective.
Guys, we really do have fun being content creators. However, in my sophomore year in high school, shout out to the class of 2002, right? In my sophomore year, like, we were designing websites. So I already kind of knew, like the Bible says, the Helios Bibliotech contemporarily termed the Bible. Train up a child in the way you want them to go. So guys, I mean, I've been on the path of content creating, shout out to those. And class of 2002 for Baltimore City College High School. Alrighty, so go Knights, as some people would say. However, I'm not promoting Frederick T. Gates and Henry and John D. Rockefeller institutions or institutionalizing. That's not what I'm promoting, as much as a curriculum that I was able to endure as well as embrace. And I cannot remember I can see his face, I can see his glasses, his brown hair, and everything. I cannot remember his appellation. However, that was our IT teacher. And then shout out to Miss Lee, who worked for years for Maryland Public Television. By the time I hit my senior year, she had us analyzing the matrix before people were even really analyzing the matrix like they're analyzing it now. So, going to a humanities-based high school, because Baltimore City College High School is humanities-based, it really prepared me to declare and proclaim my nationality. I wouldn't have thought that then, but now when I go and look back at my experiences at Baltimore City College High School, it's like, holy fucking shit. Everything that I did in high school, I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? We were creating content. We were building websites and things of that nature. And then that's why I said, when I started out earlier in this, I said, man, when people say, oh, social media isn't real, it's like, to whom? Because in 10th grade, my sophomore year, we were learning about, this is the wave of the future. This is how we will be making finance. Alrighty? So I think, for us that were manifested 84 and later, we look at the internet a little differently. I'm not knocking anybody that's 83, 82, 81. I can only speak for my generation. However, I embrace anyone that, manifested before me, to, be like, hey, that's what it is too. For me, that's how I see it, because not everybody is a well-trained physical doer of things. Some of us are really better at creating things for everyone else to be able to utilize to bring some things for themselves and their loved ones. All right. So I yield the floor, Brother Sean, to you, brother, to close this on out.
Indeed. Once again, much gratitude to everybody in the chat that interacted, to everyone that shares, subscribes. We appreciate you all very much. And I'm about to add some of those comments to the videos. Yeah,
I know you have to do the Capricorn zone, right? And Capricorn's actually on the ascendant, Pluto's rising. Look at that.
Wow. Alignment. Oh man, what's that, Brother Corey? So I'm getting one of Brother Corey songs. Oh yeah, it was that and Affinity, chakras and alignment.
Yeah. Thoughts keep moving forth and forth and back. What? I'm trying to tell you, man. We gotta. I already know when I saw that in the stories, I was like, yeah, we gotta do that next. Because I'll just send you the track in the email, Brother Sean, so you can have it.
I think I already got it. I already got it with a few of the songs from that y'all have done, and from when I just recorded, I already got it. You already know me. I got it in the folder.
Do you have my master file in your email though? Because that way you have the quality, the master quality. If I sent it to you, I did. If I didn't, cool.
Was that the second one that you sent?
I'm talking about Sky's Infinite, Brother Corey song, Sky's Infinite.
Yeah. Let me see.
You got it?
37 boxes.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you got it. Okay, I will. I will mind my business there. Go right ahead, bro.
Yeah, when I get sent, I make a folder where I can find it.
It's I'm so glad we're prepared, man, because you already know I'd be like, here, take this, take this, take that. And then I'd be like, hey, yo, did I give you this? And you'd be like, I think it's right here. And I'd be like, yes.
Somewhere in the folders on top of folders.
I know, man. That's hey, man, we're divinely prepared, right? I yield, man. I yield. Thank you all in the chat for interacting, as Brother Sean said. Brother Sean, close this one out, man.
Very, very much. Thank you all. Thank you everybody that showed up, that will watch this after the live, will share it. Thank you all. And you know that we are here next Wednesday for the Astro Weather Reports. And then Friday through Sunday is the AstroLiteracy Conference. So, if you enjoy how we're doing every Monday and Wednesday, you can join us on the strong ends, not the weekdays. And, you just really learn how to do it for yourself. And not only do you get to learn, but you get to, enjoy the humor, because we're serious, but we bring the humor as well. So it's not just like boarding school, they would have serious and no fun, no play. So
we just knocked out the first 3 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of 36 classes, guys, because we're going from 12th August, all righty, to the strong end. We won't say weekend, strong end. That's October 28th. So that means we're going all the way to the 30th. So that means we're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Friday at 12 Eastern to 3 Eastern, right? We're just doing those 3 hours. However, if we get through the lesson quicker than that, because I'm making sure I'm elaborating on small lessons. So that's why we're doing 36 classes, all righty? 36 classes pertaining to our first, I think this is the first Moorish American astrology conference that I am aware of.
It makes 2 of us.
We can go and check the newspaper clippings and see, was there anything that Prophet Noble Ali had brought forth for his beloved Moors, for us, in times past, and now we're here again. All right, let's see, it was pertaining to astrology. But as far as astrology conferences are concerned, yes, this is the very first one. So you guys want to join that, you can. We've been letting people just come in and test it out, right? If you want the videos in your files, yes, it is 36 units per day. So let's just get to the brass tacks here, guys. The eligibility tuition for your mirror sessions is 153 units in lieu of lawful money. The eligibility tuition for the conference, and I think, I'm working on getting scholarships. Right, I am really working on getting scholarships. Now, we need to think of the criteria for ones to have, that scholarship type energy. Because what this is the foundational work for our Moorish American Astrological Society, which is Seven Hill Star Astrology Firm, right? However, ultimately, it's always the Moorish American Astrological Society has always been, civically speaking, a Moorish Holy Temple of Science. Technically, in my heart of hearts, that's what it is, under the umbrella pertaining to the Moorish Divine National Movement, all right? So as we, the body being the temple, right, we are saying, I'm saying, and we are saying that, you know, this is a means for you to really be a part of something that's foundational, just beginning. It's why we're not really being hard on people about exchanging finance to observe, you know, the conference. You know, come on in and observe. If you want record, though, the records are 36 units per day. So if it's 12 strong ends, strong beginnings, not weekends, 12 strong beginnings, right? What you would call weekends, right? Each of those is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those 3 times 12 equals 36, right? So 36 times 36 versus 36 times 3 is 108. 108 times 12 is 1296. All righty. I know when I got my scholarship, what was it, Brother Sean? My scholarship was worth
like around 1,500 or something like that.
12, 1,300. I think it wasn't 15 all the way, but it was nearing it. Yeah, that was if we wanted to do a round figure to the nearest 5, so to speak, 500. Yeah. But yeah, I think it came to about somewhere between 1,260 or 1,360, something like that. So it's like, wow, man, I really didn't have to transact 1,300 units to be a part of the professional international astrological society that I'm still a member to. Right. So this is just great. So yes, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Mother Kiana says she's enjoyed it. Thank you all again that showed again, Mother Kiana, Brother Kevin, JL, Brother Alnor out there near Khalifa Society, and to leave. Thank you all so much. You all enjoy yourselves. Brother Sean is going to close this out, however.
Yep. Thank you all. Like, share, subscribe. We're back Wednesday, and Seven Hill Star, we are out. So peace and love to you all. Namaste. Seven Hill Star, we are out. Peace and love.